Oh, Lord, thank you. We're finished. The next day I'd get up and it would be gone again. And then finally I saw Dr. Larry Pleat in Encino, I believe is where his office is. And he gave me 3 different choices. He thought it was either spastic dysphonia, an allergy situation, which I did have allergy testing, by the way, or carcinoma of the vocal cords, which scared me a lot. In fact, the allergist that I had gone to didn't know what was causing this either, and he had called Dr. Burke at UCLA and made an appointment for me. And so I did go ahead and go to see him, and the same day saw Dr. Bruce Garrett, and they did some testing, cameras down my throat and such as that. was pretty yucky, really. And then when I came back, they said that it was spastic dysphonia. And then, when Dr. Garrett did the last test, you know, when I went back.
We sent you back. We had a before examination when she couldn't talk, and UCLA Medical Center checked her, confirmed spasmodic dysphonia, and then she went back. I sent her back, and
when he put the tube down my throat, it messed it up, and it took me a while to get it back where I could talk.
They say you're normal now.
Gail Pace has remained cured for 14 years. It was kind of Gerald Burke to afford me the opportunity to work with Gail Pace, and of course I'm indebted to him and to the medical center, as you will hear, because I've worked with over 15 of their spasmodic dysphonic cases over a period of years, and I have cures of these cases, documented cures, as you will hear. Let's take a listen to Gail Pace.
I had lined myself up to agree to the Botox injections if they felt like that was, because it didn't seem to have any long-term effect.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the long-term
well, so any of the things that I read.
The fact is, that scares me.
Well, it scared me too. But
you didn't go for the Botox?
No, they injected me with something the second time I was there that was supposed to act a lot like the Botox, that was supposed to tell whether or not the Botox would work. And they decided that yes, it would, because immediately it cleared my voice out. But they also decided to have me try coming to you first. And so that's much easier.
You went to a speech therapist.
Yes.
What did she tell you to do?
Well, she had me do breathing exercises, and she had me do H words, and she had me do E sounds, and she's a very nice lady.
The people in my field are very nice, and they're very well intentioned, and I respect them greatly. I just would like them to understand there's a difference in approach of what I'm doing, what they're doing, and success can be theirs by doing what I'm doing. That's what I would like them to understand.
Some days when I was there, it would be very good, and then but I could not come up with a cause and effect. I mean, something that would make it better if it was bad.
It wouldn't carry over?
No.
So you couldn't use it on the outside?
No, not at all. I mean, it would seem to be quite good in there, and then it was like it just didn't work.
We are trying to explain that what I do is a program called Direct Voice Rehabilitation, and I remain the only doctor in the world reporting ongoing cures or cures of this condition by direct voice rehabilitation. Gail Pace is now going to add on, so we get a tail end of her story. Let's roll that tape, please.
How did you get into it? Was it a cold or some...
I had the flu and developed laryngitis, and that's what it seemed like. And my voice didn't come back. When I got better, the voice didn't get better.
You kept using that lower throat sound and forcing it.
I couldn't get it. It didn't come back. Didn't I decide there were 9 different doctors?
You went to speech therapist?
Yes, we tried that. I took a list of medication a mile long and tried everything under the sun that anyone's home remedy that might even work. And some things would for a little while. The prednisone was great. I see why the athletes get hooked on that stuff. But
what does it do? It gives you an upper?
It's a high. And it did. The first day, 2 days that I took it, I could see a marked improvement. But then immediately it was gone again. It didn't last, and nothing did.
You had abductor and adductor, the worst type of condition, confirmed by UCLA Medical Center.
Right.
You declined Botox or the poison.
Actually, they had not decided to try that. They gave me an injection of something that
Xylocaine.
worked something like that, and it did work immediately, and my voice went from that sound, and it was clear. But it wore off within an hour and a half or 2 hours. But they decided to send me to you.
You didn't want to have?
No, I had
poison.
already researched the different things that were available for the condition, and did not want that. No, because it very definitely said it was poison.
You didn't want surgery?
Oh no, I did not intend to have surgery. Everything I had read about that also was not good. Very little was to be said about that was good. It just, and I had already decided we weren't going to play that game.
We're back in the studio. Dr. Herb Dito, a fine gentleman, ear, nose, and throat doctor up in San Francisco, began the surgical procedure for spasmodic dysphonia. The American Speech Language Hearing Association, of which I'm a member, has characterized that surgery as leaving 2/3 of those who had the surgical procedure worse off after the procedure than before. Dr. Gerald Burke is doing that surgical procedure, a variation on the theme, now. Paraffin was a substance implanted into the vocal cords by Bruning in 1913. It failed. Substances today are implanted into the vocal cords, implants they're called. Gel, bone, fat, silicone, Teflon, you name it. The outcome is perhaps uncertain. I see the cases where my question is, why are they doing these implants? They're trying to bring the vocal cords together. I do it all naturally by a voice lift called I diagnose this, I write about it, I have peer review for what I'm doing. It's very simple, it's all natural, and it's inexpensive. The surgical procedure, the New York Times indicated not long back, by a famed ear, nose, and throat doctor, called gel, is implanted into the vocal cords. The article forgets to tell you that the substance lasts maybe 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then you need another implant again, and that goes on until whatever time. Let's continue to take a listen to Cures All Naturally. Cures is a dirty word in my field, in the medical field, in academia, and in the Botox company, Allergan, I find. They guarantee there are no cures of this condition, strangle voice, and I continue to report for over 35 years ongoing cures. Let's listen to more. Let's take a listen to Marjorie Whitman, who was diagnosed by Dr. Paul Ward, the former chairman of the Head and Neck Division before Dr. Gerald Burke.
Because I've gotten I said to my neurologist, can you get a brain injury through a psychosomatic condition, which I still thought I had. That's why I've gone to so many